Hello guys, so this is a little bit of a different video today. So I wanted to do a video about my hip operation because I've had so many lovely comments and so much said over the past 2 years since I've been struggling with it, and I just kind of wanted to hopefully put it all to bed. So about 2 years ago I was outside and I started to get some pain in my hip, and I couldn't really work out what it was. Riding didn't really make any difference, and I pushed into it. I was still racing at the time and doing long rides, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was something to do with like maybe a muscle imbalance or my flexibility. I spent some time with a physio, nothing changed, and I eventually ended up in the doctors. So the doctor said to me, we need to do some tests on you, like MRI, CTs, and I probably had about 4 before we actually came up with a diagnosis. And this was probably about 1.5 years into it, and basically they said I have an osteoid osteoma on my hip, but it's in a really rare place. So because of where it was, I had to go to all these other specialists, and they said, look, this is really super rare to have one here. And what an osteoid osteoma is it's a benign tumour, and I can control what the tumour does with anti-inflammatories. So the doctor straight away put me on these anti-inflammatories called naproxen. I've been on them for about 1.5 years now, and they're basically long-term ibuprofens, and it's probably not good taking them for 1.5 years, but that was the only way to relieve the pain. It used to get so bad that I wasn't able to walk, and at one point I actually said to myself, I don't think I can PT anymore because I just can't walk around the gym, which kind of, luckily enough, I had the content creation, the writing in the background to help me leave and just focus on recovery, which wasn't really happening. So anyway, long story cut short, I got a date for an operation, and it had to go to a very specialist hospital in London because there's only 2 of these machines in the UK that can do this surgery on my hip, which basically puts a needle into the tumour, heats it up, and basically congeals it, I think. Anyway, so that's happening tomorrow, and I feel quite sad about it all, because it's been a really hard 2 years of not being able to compete properly, just being in pain like so much, and even with all that naproxen, having to take it so much to relieve, and it's just sucked, and I just want to cry about it, like genuinely. So anyway, me and Brian are heading down to London tonight, and I got my operation tomorrow morning, fingers crossed. But it's just been a really hard 2 years, and I never thought I'd see the end of it. A lot of the time these osteoid osteomas do go away, but it's okay for people that don't really get too bad of symptoms. There's some people that can just take one naproxen a week and be fine. I was on 1 a day, and I was kind of struggling to work on that alone. So they decided that they're going to operate on it, and tomorrow's the big day. So you guys are joining me on that journey. So we're on our way down to London now, Friday night. Unfortunately not for a lovely weekend exploring the city to get my hip fixed. But it's our first child-free night since we had the little boy. Yeah? How do you feel about this, Bryony?
Excited, but I wish you hadn't tricked me into thinking we were going to London for a romantic weekend.
I know. She wanted to go to Harry Potter World and everything. I said no. So it's about 4:30 in the morning, and my hip is hurting so bad. Just because I had to stop taking my meds. I knew it wasn't going to be nice, but geez, I got like 5 hours sleep, which was nice, and I've just been in so much pain ever since I woke up at 3. So instead of just shuffling, I decided to get up and go for a walk to see if it would loosen it off, which it doesn't really seem to be doing anything right now. Like, I've been so nervous about this operation that I just invite someone to put me to sleep and this to be over with. I really do. It's done. Yeah, I just came round from the anaesthesia. Woo. I feel so crocky, but we're here. It's done. It still hurts. I feel like it's a good kind of hurt. So yeah, we're out. We're on the way home now. Sorry, I'm still a bit like anaesthetic'd out, but that's the fun of this video. Yeah, so what they did was they went in and basically drilled a hole in this tumour I have, put I think like a rod through it, heated it up, and then just basically killed all the tumour cells and filled it with anaesthetic, which is nice. So yeah, it's mad. I can't believe I actually like.
Go past
it was
these
harder
lights.
to walk.
Then at the roundabout, take the second exit onto the A1 towards the north.
It was harder to walk into the hospital than it was to walk out. Like, I feel like I can walk again. Like, I've got more movement in my leg, even though it is a bit like tender, and it will be for a few days. But yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe that has been done. That's 2 years of waiting. I have to say as well, I was in so much pain before the operation that the anaesthetic lady came through and I burst out crying to her for like 5 minutes. But yeah,
At the roundabout,
maybe not.
take the second exit.
Maybe not my proudest moment.